first for many who lived in the area a long time, who have been living here for a long time. When you think of harsh winter storms, one storm comes to mind, the blizzard and ice storm of Halloween 1991. Our Barrett Leon takes a look back into why this storm is so memorable.
Ask any Minnesotan. Halloween 1991 is a day that lives in Midwestern infamy.
Nobody here expected to get the storm that we had.
It started innocently enough with rain, then it got cold, and rain turned to snow. And by the end of the weekend, thousands were without power. One person was dead. Trees were downed, roads closed, and Freeborn and Mower counties were declared disaster areas.
It's been nearly 30 years since Mother Nature wreaked havoc across the state. Yet, the memories are easy to recall.
A lot of us worked 2, 3, 4 days in a row, and then we sent people out to People's Co-op to help them because they got hit a lot harder than we did. Everything had ice on it. You had to bang the ice off to work on anything.
Especially for those with the duty to restore power to thousands stuck in the cold darkness that Halloween night.
Very eerie to hear the crackling of the branches falling.
You basically freeze, kind of hunch your shoulders down, and you wait for everything to stop making noise. And you know then that you're in a bad place.
It took 2 weeks, hundreds of linemen, and $2.5 million to fully restore power.
Difficult to work, difficult to climb poles. We had to try to knock this ice off the wires to try to get them to come back up.
Making the start of winter 1991 an unforgettable one.
When a storm comes through, the linemen show up.
For Project Blizzard, Barrett Leon, KTTC, your weather authority.
Now we need to note, here in Rochester, that was an ice storm, not a blizzard, while other areas did see blizzard conditions. So what makes a storm a blizzard? Nick?
While many of us might have a rough idea of what a blizzard is, there's actually one big misconception when it comes to what warrants a blizzard warning. It actually has nothing to do with snowfall accumulations. We can have a blizzard warning with 1, 2, 3, even upwards of 10 inches of snowfall. The main two criteria to get a blizzard warning for a specific snowstorm would be sustained winds of at least 35 miles per hour or greater. So we have to have sustained winds or wind gusts of 35 miles per hour. We also have to have visibility concerns. Visibility has to be less than a quarter mile for at least 3+ hours. Notice the bottom text here, due to falling or blowing snow. That means the snow doesn't actually have to be falling from the sky. We can have a blizzard warning after the fact of all the snow falling. If we have the white powdery snow, we can actually have a ground blizzard due to blowing snow, the strong winds and visibility dropping below a quarter mile for 3+ hours.
Some other huge storms in our archives include the first big snow of the season in December 2009. In total, the month saw more than 26 inches of snow, the 10th highest in our area's history. But it all started on December 8th, when blizzard warnings stretched the viewing area. Winds gusted up to 45 miles per hour as the snow continued to fall into the late evening hours. Visibility was reduced to near zero in many areas. Snowfall totals range from 9 to 15 inches across southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa, but snow drifts measured close to 6 feet.
And almost exactly a year later, a potent winter storm dumped heavy snowfall and brought strong winds to southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa, and southwest Wisconsin. I-90 mainly dealt with freezing rain and sleet to begin with, as rain fell in areas just to the south and snow to the north. Sunday morning saw wind chill values colder than 20 degrees below zero due to the strong winds that were still in the area. But we saw some big storms in the past few years as well. 2019 began with extreme cold, and then just a month later on February 23rd and 24th, southeastern Minnesota's most recent blizzard. KTTC's meteorologist Sarah Gannon looks back at this memorable storm. Sarah?
Nick, upwards of a foot of snow fell across parts of southeastern Minnesota, and with winds gusting upwards of 55 miles per hour for several hours, a blizzard was inevitable.
Blizzards in this area are fairly rare, especially east of I-35.
The terrain and large number of trees in southeast Minnesota were no match for Mother Nature back in February 2019.
As we got into Friday morning, we started issuing warnings for the system. And we were advertising winds about 40 to 50 mile per hour winds at that time.
A winter storm warning was issued that Friday morning and then upgraded to a blizzard warning early Saturday when it became apparent blizzard conditions were going to occur.
Snow typically will blow around quite a bit when your temperatures range from the teens to the mid-20s. That's when it's the most blowable as far as being there. And the age of the snow also matters. New snow will blow more readily than older snow.
After several hours of hefty snowfall, it came to an end early Sunday, but then the winds really began to kick up, gusting upwards of 55 miles per hour.
Visibility was a huge issue. Nobody could see anything where they were going. And on top of that, the roads were just plugged, and you couldn't decipher the ditch from the road or anything like that because everything was just pure white.
Most roads and major highways closed. At one point, I-90 was closed between both borders with Wisconsin and South Dakota.
I-35, I-90, and 52, and that really tells you then when those highways close up, especially when all three of them close up, that tells you that we're in tough shape. And obviously all of our highways across the district were closed at one point or another.
MnDOT and several counties pulled plows from the roads at various times Sunday.
We weren't able to get out and keep at it. Those drifts built up, and so we were using large, heavy equipment, loaders, bobcats, everything.
Because of the sheer amount of snow and the abundant drifting on the roads, MnDOT needed extra help.
It was about a day and a half before we even got I-90 opened up. And some of the secondary roads, it was 2 to 3 days before we even got to them. It was probably a good 3 to 4 days before everything was back to pavement.
The roads were so bad at one point, MnDOT crews were told to put snow piles in front of all the ramps in Austin in an effort to keep people off the roads. In the studio, Sarah Gannon, KTTC, your weather authority.
Thanks, Sarah. And most of these storms we are able to see coming. How early can we fully predict the forecast? Nick, what can you tell us?
With winter quickly approaching, I want to look into how we forecast for specific winter storms in the winter months. Now, about 6 to 8 days out from a potential snowstorm, we start to observe patterns in the forecast. We start to realize it's possible that we could potentially see some snowfall in the next 6 to 8 days, and that's 7-day extended forecast. As we start to move closer, 4 to 5 days out, our confidence begins to grow in the forecast. We start to realize it's likely or potentially not likely, and we kind of pinpoint the different track that a low pressure system could make. As we start to get closer, though, 2 to 3 days out, we start determining timing and impacts. We start to develop this plan. How should we potentially react to this situation? Is about 1 to 2 days out. Details become clearer, and timing and accumulations can be pinpointed in specific areas. So notice when you start to see on social media, you start to see those snowfall forecasts 6 to 8 days out. Don't necessarily take those as fact.
Thanks, Nick. So as temperatures get to be bitterly cold, what can you do to keep your heating bill from skyrocketing? Some tips and tricks are up next. And as we head to break, a quick fact versus fiction for you. The Earth is closest to the sun during the winter months on the Northern Hemisphere. The answer when we come back.
KTTC, your weather authority with meteorologists Nick Jensen, Ted Schmidt, Sarah Gannon, and Amanda Morgan. KTTC Project Blizzard continues.
Welcome back. A quick look at that fact versus fiction question. We asked if the Earth is closest to the sun during the winter months in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you guessed fact, you're right. Because the Northern Hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, it allows for cooler temperatures during the winter months. So what is the difference between the actual temperature and the wind chill? Ted is here to explain. Ted?
The term wind chill refers to the impact of a cold wind
KTTC, your weather authority with meteorologists Nick Jensen, Ted Schmidt, Sarah Gannon, and Amanda Morgan. KTTC Project Blizzard continues.
Welcome back. A quick look at that fact versus fiction question. We asked if the Earth is closest to the sun during the winter months in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you guessed fact, you were right. Because in the Northern Hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, it allows for cooler temperatures during the winter months.
KTTC, your weather authority with meteorologists Nick Jensen, Ted Schmidt, Sarah Gannon, and Amanda Morgan. KTTC Project Blizzard continues.
Welcome back. A quick look at that fact versus fiction question. We asked if the Earth is closest to the sun during the winter months in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you guessed fact, you're right. Because the Northern Hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, it allows for those colder temperatures during the winter. So what is the actual difference between the temperature and the wind chill? Ted is here to explain. Ted?
The term wind chill refers to the impact of a cold wind on your flesh, on your skin, the exposed outer part of your body, and what happens to that skin when you lose your body heat, and then you have evaporative cooling on that. So first of all, your body is radiating heat at 98 degrees, but then you start losing some of that heat on a particularly cold day. You increase the wind speed, you lose more of that heat, and your body temperature drops even faster. Your exposed skin has a thin layer of moisture on it, and when you get that wind on that layer of moisture, you have evaporative cooling, and that further reduces your outer skin temperature and can cause some frostbite and some damage from that wind. So evaporation cools air, cools your skin, and can cause that frostbite. And in some of the very coldest days of winter, it can take 5, 10, 15 minutes for that frostbite to set in.
Thanks, Ted, and we have all felt some cold winters here, but what is the coldest? Well, in our area, the coldest temp is 45 degrees below zero in Zumbrota. Meanwhile, here in Rochester, our coldest temperature was 42 degrees below zero back in 1887. That's at the Rochester International Airport. It's a little warmer in Iowa, with Mason City's record being 32 below zero, but Decorah was seen as cold as 43 below. Let's hope we don't see any of these records this upcoming season. But when it gets to be that cold outside, it's important to stay warm and cozy in your home. At the same time, doing your best to be energy efficient and safe. Camaria Bray brings us some suggestions from a home appliance expert on ways to keep your home ready for winter.
Nick, replacing old appliances and using LED lights are just a few suggestions from Peter Hasek of Haley Comfort System. Another big thing that can help save money is your furnace.
Gas furnaces now are up to 98% efficient versus a lot of the older ones we see at 60, 70%. So replacing it out with something like that is a big increase.
Hasek says if you have a hard time breathing with a dirty mask, it's the same with the dirty furnace filter.
If you haven't changed your filter out, right, depending on what filter you have, you should be doing it from every 1 month to 6 months, maybe a year on some filters. Don't wait until all of a sudden your furnace has issues.
But what happens if your furnace or your electricity goes out and you fear your pipes may freeze? Well, one solution is by letting your hot water run.
By turning your hot water on and letting it run, you're running that warm water through your pipes, which is going to in turn heat those pipes up and not allow them to freeze over.
And when a home is cold, some people use their oven to heat it up. But be careful.
If you're going to open your kitchen oven, make sure it's on a low temperature.
One way to lower heat loss in your home is by sealing up your windows. All you need is scissors, a blow dryer, a wet sponge or towel, a tape measure, and a window installation kit. Use the wet towel to wipe around the edge of the window frame and let it dry. Then measure the area but add an extra inch. Use that measurement to cut the length you need for the plastic wrap. Next, use a two-sided tape and then place the plastic along the tape and stretch it out to make sure it's tight. Then blow dry to make sure it's secure. And now you have insulated windows. And fireplaces. The crackle of the wood burn ones or electric ones add heat and decor, but it's recommended to have a working fire detector and a carbon monoxide detector. Now let's move on to how you should shovel without hurting your back. Mayo Clinic says the first thing that you should do is either stretch or go for a walk for a few minutes. Then when you're ready to start shoveling, the first thing you need to do is make sure that your legs are hip width apart. And then as you start shoveling, make sure that the shovel is close to your body, not far apart. And remember not to pile your shovel with too much snow. As you're shoveling, you should bend with your knees. Well, I hope these tips help you have a safe winter. I'm Camaria Bray, KTDC, your Weather Authority.
And your home isn't the only thing needing some prep before winter hits. What you need to know for your vehicle is up next. But first, did you know the 2018-2019 winter season was the snowiest on record for Rochester? We saw 86.8 inches of snow. One of the biggest issues in the winter is road conditions and making sure you can safely get where you need to be. And a huge part of that is preparing your vehicle for winter weather. Our Zach Fuller spoke with a local auto shop on how to do just that.
When you're driving down the road this winter, it's going to be important that your car is up to speed in 3 key areas for good performance.
What we're trying to look at right now is batteries, tires, making sure the antifreeze is good to go for winter so that they don't run into a no heat situation or the car doesn't freeze up either.
The earlier you can get your vehicle looked at, the better, especially when it comes to batteries.
Usually on average, batteries last about 5 years. A good battery will last 5 years for you. You really get what you pay for when it comes to batteries.